We keeps it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the Kourtney family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Kourtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. Hey, what's going on, co-ed folks? How y'all doing today? Welcome back to another video of Kourtney Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka Duck. This is the irritating one.
That would be me. Kourtney, also known as Coco.
She just want to get on my skin today for some strange reason. She wants to poke and pick at me all freaking morning.
That's what I do. That's what we've been doing since we've been married, Jack.
Got my blood pressure up. Anyway, this is Kourtney.
It's okay.
You acting like Martell for real. This is Kourtney Eddie. This channel is all about relationships, reviews, entertainment. It's all about famous rants and jokes and my medical history. And today, on the medical history moment, is that I'm still having issues with I'm still trying to recover from the back surgery. Still nerve damage getting better day by day, but it's still there. You know, the tingling, the numbness and whatnot. And had a little sinus issues yesterday, man. But, I'll be all right, man. Oh, yeah, another thing, I had a pain in the butt this morning. And that pain in the butt, his name is Coco. Because she been irritating me all freaking morning.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I need a prescription medication for that. What can I do to get rid of that pain? You know what?
Get more. The more, then, pains aside.
Anyway, we're doing a review on Married to Medicine. No, we're not.
Love and Marriage, Huntsville. See, that's him right there. You know. So if you're brand new to this channel and subscribe, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you comment, share, and y'all always do, chat, because y'all like to run stuff over here, honey.
To the person that said, that's right, get on her. And why y'all complaining about the show? If you gonna complain about the show, why even do the show?
They talking about you too now.
No, they ain't talking about me. I don't complain about the show like you do. I like the show. I really do.
Well, that's why if I decide I don't want to do it no more, y'all can see Roundabout sitting right here. He'll be up there by himself.
Well, I got to be a Roundabout.
That's it.
What's a Roundabout? See how you do it. Oh, okay. All right. Well.
So y'all will see him over here like doing it. So yeah, but anyway. All right, you guys. So let's get into it. So it started out with Tisha had left honey. I don't know, production said, "Child, go back and finish that." Stop walking off, and she came on back and pulled in, and because Nell was like, "I'm gonna sit here and drink this coffee, honey." So she came back to talk to her, and Tisha said, "Listen, we're not gonna be yelling." I didn't see what Nell yelled. I don't know. I felt that both of them voices had elevated, but I didn't see where Nell was acting all irate and stuff like that. I just think that Tisha, it just got on her nerves. She wanted to leave, and she used an excuse to say that, stop yelling. Unless they edited that part out.
And plus, that's what Tisha go for a PTA meeting.
Oh, I'm sure
you know what I'm saying? You can't be embarrassing nobody, and they got to take their kids there and meet other kids.
Well, they're filming in the house.
You can't do that.
You can't film in the house?
I ain't talking about that.
I'm just saying.
You can't be screaming at people.
Miss Nell wasn't screaming.
I know. You like said they could have cut that part out.
Yeah.
Were you there? Was you there? I'm like Martell. Like Maurice. Were you there? You know the color of the carpet? Huh? Were you there? No, you wasn't. So you don't know.
So anyway, I feel as though when I laugh like that, it's sinister. So please know I've already tabulated and calculated, and I will be getting him back when I laugh like that. Don't say nothing.
You don't know.
So anyway, but yeah. So as they were sitting there talking, it seems as though Tisha was saying that she just tired of all the accusations like for years. I think she said for years. I wanted to say ever since the beginning of the show because they went back.
How long the show's been out?
I think since 2019. When they started filming. Okay. I think that we didn't see it probably to 2020. But she was like, it's all been accusations. Everybody trying to say
husband since last decade.
Basically. And so she was like, get old and it gets tiring and it has caused damage to their marriage. And I can imagine so like nobody has and to be honest, is mind blowing to me why so many people would be so adamant and to find Marsau cheat was done and the dog gonna come to the light. Y'all don't have to bring it to the light.
My thing is this: if the man is cheating, he's been cheating for 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 20, but 6 years now. Where is the evidence? I haven't seen not one picture, not one concrete part, piece of evidence.
Martell said he brought the evidence and
What?
sat her on the interview and sat there and talked
Anybody
about
could have said that. You can hire pay somebody to say anything.
it.
I'm just saying, show me a picture, show me a recording. You know what I'm saying? Show me something that's hard proof. I haven't seen it yet. All I'm hearing is hearsay. You know what I'm saying? If somebody cheating, show it. Show it.
My thing is, like I said, what's done in the dark come to the light. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tisha can get a phone call. She can get anything like that, a legit phone call. And and she can have her own proof, So so basically she was just saying that she was just tired of the situations, and I guess it was a combination of her just blowing up from all of that, and a person got tired and she just spewed all that out. So Nell felt compassion for her in that moment because Tisha was like, well, Nell understand about cheating allegations, but I guess when Nell was going through her stuff, I don't know, I ain't watched all them seasons, the previous season.
That was probably before. That's probably
I was gonna say
2019.
before they even start filming. Right. So, but Tisha getting it on a wider scale because everybody eyeballs into it. You know what I'm saying? Even though their views have went down, people still vested, even if it's posted somewhere on social media. So people still comment, got their opinion, all that stuff. So it's different. But Nell appreciated her for being transparent and stuff like that. And she said, something about being a mentor. So I guess on previous seasons, Nell, when Nell was come on, she was saying that she was the folks' mentors and mentees and all that stuff, whatever. And Tisha was like, well, I ain't know I was no mentee. I never went to you for mentorism. That's not a word, but I ain't never go to you for that. So Nell was like, well, I'm a life coach, certified life coach. So again, we watching the show felt that Nell was a mentor, a counselor. She felt in that vein. Somewhere it got real convoluted, honey, and now she just become one of the girls. But because we saw it as that. And when you start getting in the weeds and getting on the level of the people that you're trying to help, then you just become the regular people. People no longer have the respect for you as somebody that they can see helping them. That makes sense.
What did you say?
So now let's move on to this video is being sponsored by Fresh Bins Trash Can Cleaning. If you're in the Houston area and you would like your trash bins to be clean, please make sure that you go visit treejseo.com to make your appointment. All of this will be in the description below. Thank you. Maurice and Kimmi. So they're sitting down and they talking about situation about Martell and how Martell is.
They saying Maurice, man, Martell been lost.
First of all, when I asked you, you got anything to say?
No, it's a different subject though.
I know.
It's a different scene.
But listen,
it's a different scene though. It's not the same scene.
You cut me off.
So it's a different scene. Let me finish what I got to say. It's a different scene. Different scene. Different scene.
See
different
now
scene.
who aggravating him?
Different scene.
Go ahead, baby.
Yeah. Anywho, so Maurice said, man, Kimmi, Martell's been lost for the last couple of years, man. He's been in a down spiral. I'm trying to figure out why is he lost. He can find himself because I met the good Martell. Now we got the bad Martell. And Kimmi said, you know what, Maurice, he always been the bad Martell. You just blind, Maurice. You always trying to look for the good in somebody. And Maurice said, no, I'm going to find the good. He stormed out the office. End scene. Go ahead.
One thing that Kimmi was saying too, she was also saying that Martell looked at you guys as I got it. She didn't say these words as always being better than you, as being husbands and I guess fathers. So he looked at y'all as somebody that he was doing most of the things. He was a better father. He was a better husband. So for him to lose his family and y'all still got y'all's, he feels some type of way because he don't really have respect for y'all. So in no sense of you coming to him and saying, oh, I'm gonna help you do da. You on his level or underneath. So he has no respect for y'all. So it would take somebody else to have respect in order for him to listen to.
First of all, Martell cannot blame them guys for him losing his family. Martell could blame on himself for that.
She didn't say that.
I know that, but to get mad at these guys because they still got their family.
She didn't say that.
You just said that.
I said she don't look at him the same. Martell looks at Marsau and Maurice as being beneath them.
because they still got their family.
Not
That don't make no
because, not
sense.
because they still got their family. It's because the way he looks at them. Not because they still got their.
Martell always been that way. Even when he was with Mel, he always thought he was better than everybody else. He always had that persona, okay, from day one. The first episode of the show, I picked that out. He felt like he was better than everybody else, and everybody was beneath him. Because in a way, hey, him and Mel, brought them along. It's their show, and he felt that way. You can see it in the episodes because he felt like, hey, since I brought y'all on, this is me and Mel's show. Yeah, I'm better than y'all.
Well,
I
think even if it wasn't a show, Martell felt like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he was football.
Yeah, he was the quarterback for AM, I think. And it's just his personality. He always been that way. So this is nothing new. Why everybody acting so shocked? Why?
So now let's move on to Letitia and Macy. Now, if this is the youngest daughter, she has grown up so big. Yeah. But this is probably the oldest one. Because I think the younger one still look
baby.
Yeah, a little younger than that. But I mean, when I tell you, and her voice is deep. Yeah. I was like, this girl, I don't know if she can sing or what, honey, but she got the vocals.
She got that Tony Braxton voice.
She got the vocals. So, but yeah, and she's so taller than, is she taller than her mama? She's taller than her mama. Yeah. She got a problem on so height. So, so they talking about their hair product for Macy and I forgot the other daughter name because they have a hair product together. And basically she was just telling Macy that she needs to share on her social media. This is your product. You need to start promoting and marketing and doing on your social media as well.
And Tisha is correct. You know what I'm saying? She's old enough now. She probably got followers that's following her. Push that product out there to your friends and your friends' friends. Make them money.
Yeah. So, because Marsau was like, you can get out my pocket and make your own money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think, honey, daughters and children still want to be in their parents' pocket. So Marsau was like, she's really growing up, and Tisha was like, yeah, and she got a good set of friends. And Marsau was like, well, like your friends, like her mama. She said, I don't know, I got no good set of friends, because then she brought up the Nell situation.
Yeah, Martell being sarcastic, and Maurice was being sarcastic.
It was Marsau. And so she was saying, no, I don't know about that. I think that Tisha off camera. Now, I don't think that these people are friends on camera. Let's be for real. But just on her social media, I do think that she do have a good group of friends, because you can just see who she around.
Oh, okay. Now that makes sense. That's
what he was talking about.
Okay, I take that back. Yeah, that makes sense. Her true friends,
right?
That she really friends with. Not, he said like this, not her work friends.
Yeah, exactly. So, so she was just she was able to bring up the Nell situation and what went down with all of that and stuff. And she also brought up Destiny, and how Destiny was just saying that she's been knowing Martell more than she's been knowing them. And she said, which is true, but Marsau was like, a friend to all is a friend to none. So really and truly, he don't trust Destiny, because if Destiny really rocking for Martell like that, then you don't need to be telling her none of your business. And so, they showed the clips where what's her name? Destiny was just, saying, Martell, yeah, you right about this, you right about that, and stuff like that or whatever. So let's move on to Nell and Chris. They're going in the toy store. And of course they brought up Destiny's name as well, and Lance and all that stuff. And Nell said, well, Destiny said she was never intimate with Lance. So that he had a baby. Why do you care if you never intimate? I don't believe that she was never intimate.
Yeah, I believe that. Like that's how he got the baby, because he wasn't getting it from Destiny. He went and got someone else and got it. And that's the thing. If a woman gonna give the man something, he gonna go somewhere else and get it. Ain't that the truth? And
you would do it unprotected and have a baby with all these STDs
Some guys don't think that way. They don't care. As long as we can get some, it is what it is. But me personally, I wouldn't do that, because that's too much. You taking a chance. Too many risks out there, Too many risks, against somebody pregnant. Then you got to deal with them for 18 years or 19 years. STD, you don't want to catch that. You might deal with that for 2 or 3 weeks or for a lifetime. Well, there's too many things out there to be out there. You're sticking your what's the name into everything, man. You know what I'm saying? And go for the women too, not just the men. You know, women I just spread it low, spread it wide and get it low. What how old girl said? Spread it wide and get it low. Again, low, spreading it wide. Yeah. It's too many. You don't be taking chances with your bodies like that.
Nell also brought up the fact too that the conversation she had with Letitia and stuff, and you know how Tisha was very transparent and open, let her walls down when she was saying, as far as you know, she's just tired of people just spewing all these narratives about her husband and how you know. And Chris was like, even though Martell brought somebody on that said that she been with her husband,
But the point is,
that ain't
you can bring anybody on to say anything. You know what I'm saying? Show me the proof. Show me the receipts. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, you can pay somebody. You know, you want to be on TV? I give you $500. You say this about this person. They will say that. Well, you show me the proof, man.
So, what kind of proof would be needed?
Pictures, man. Text threads or something, emails. You know what I'm saying?
They can manipulate text threads and emails. What else you got?
Pictures, timelines, cognac, video. Not video, you know, unless you do a AI video, but they easy to point out, you know, oh, that's AI. You can tell. You know,
3 fingers.
Yeah, so stuff like that, man. All this hearsay bull crap, man.
So Maurice and Martell sit down and have a conversation. And Eddie made a good point. He was like, they said they hadn't seen each other since LA, which, you know, we're trying to do the timeline, but if you listen to it, they kind of tell you the timeline. Yeah. It's been a few months.
Yeah.
So they haven't talked in a few months.
I said, like you said, these people are not really friends
anymore. I believe before the show, they were friends. They had hung out, all that stuff, whether it was fake, whatever the case may be. They were, but since this show and all the stuff and all the hurt feelings and exposing and all this stuff, whatever, they're not friends anymore. They only come together to film. It is what it is. I hate it. And that's why they say reality TV is probably not good for friendships and marriage and relationships, because it can end up, you know, causing a wedge and a tear. So as they sit down, Martell just saying that, about the end of, he said, okay, I guess you want to sit down and talk to me, you know, because, you know, he know about the Ariana interview. The interview, I guess, and like I said, I heard about this interview. I think people talk about it on social media, but I never went and ran to nobody's YouTube channel to watch it because I was so out the loop of Love and Marriage Huntsville, I really didn't care. And I'm not going back to watch it because I'm not. And so anyway, so he feels that, you know, Maurice want to sit down and talk to him, you know, talk about the interview and stuff like that. So, but he did say that he is ready to stop playing games. He ready to stop playing. And he was like, what you mean? He's saying take Ariana serious and stuff. So Maurice like, you gonna marry? Every time somebody asks him that question, honey, it's always a pause. Well,
I don't think he want to marry that girl.
I don't either.
You know, I think they brought her on or the storyline on just for the show. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Martell, you know, really want to marry this girl. Martell still think he looking for that perfect someone for him. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't think Ariana, I don't think she's it.
Do you think that a man, although I do know the answer because I do know that people have done this, but do you think that a man will marry a side piece?
Yeah, I
and
know.
Be faithful.
You know, I don't know about the faithful part, but yeah, he will marry her. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Does Martell even trust her? Because if she was a side piece with him, she can be a side piece when they together for somebody else.
Mm-hmm. That's what side pieces do. That's what they're designed to do. So
to me, you kind of hurt your credibility when you walk into a relationship and choose to be a side piece for another person. Because now, if you're expecting this person to marry you, a lot of times they will. I mean, a lot of times they won't or they will. It depends.
I know I won't.
But they will still continue to treat you, you know, like a side piece, because they still going to be dipping and dabbing. And they're not going to be faithful. So as he was sitting there talking, Maurice was telling Martell that sometimes I think that you are so used to playing the villain that you now have become the villain. And Martell said that, well, if you're talking about that situation where I brought this girl on saying that she had slept with, or I guess got it up with Marsau or whatever, And he said, no, it's just the fact that people pushed me to this point. They went on Carlos King's show and said, well, I think it was Tisha said that he was, he sleep with the men too, the same sex. Then I had to defend myself and push back. I was waiting on an apology. They never did. I didn't want to do that.
So that's the
interview.
So that's the catalyst to all of this.
Yeah.
Wow. So I didn't see, like I said, I wasn't following the show. I didn't know Tisha said that about Martell, but yeah, man.
I forgot what kind of context it was, but it was something that Martell said, I think, about Marsau and Tisha when they were filming. I think Carlos brought it up. Tisha said that she heard, or I don't know if she heard, she know, whatever, that Martell sleep with men as well.
Yeah, but the point I was trying to get at is that, to me, that's crossing the line that you question my sexuality now. Probably ash. I need lotion in my head. So yeah, I can see why Martell lashed out then. But go ahead.
So he said that he didn't want to do this interview, but he was kind of like putting it's gonna air on when, because he was trying to give them a space to apologize to him for what they said.
They never came to him, man. So,
and I would have to pose this question to Martell: why didn't you sue them if the allegations wasn't true? You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody is really hurting your character and defaming your name and saying these things about you, why didn't you sue them?
Because the only way I could see why he didn't sue them, because you said Tisha said she heard rumors.
No, you can sue somebody for saying they heard. You can. No. I don't know if she said rumors or not, but you can sue somebody for saying something like that.
Yeah, I get that, but she said she heard rumors. So
I don't know what she said.
But if she heard rumors, hell, it's kind of hard to sue somebody for just a rumor mill. Now, if you kind of like say, yeah, you are gay or whatnot, or lash out and you say,
I can't remember exactly how she said it.
So like Martell told Maurice, I saw y'all. If you feel like I'm wrong, you can sue me. Because Martell said, I'm seeing this with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? This is not rumors. This is facts in Martell's head. So he's like slandering Maurice in a way like straight face to face. There's no rumors, no nothing, no hearsay. This is like, I'm telling you, this is who you are and this is what you did. And now you can sue. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just assuming that I could be dead wrong. You can probably sue somebody for like, oh, you look fat, and you can sue somebody.
I think that from what I heard, allegedly it doesn't always make you a safe space. You know what I'm saying? If you say allegedly or I heard, it doesn't always make it safe. You still can get sued in some capacity for spewing something that's not true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I said,
I think it depends.
And also, it got to hurt you monetarily too. You know what I'm saying? You just can't sue somebody because you still do have the First Amendment. You know what I'm saying? Fox News got sued by the Dominion voting machine. They got sued for slander also. But the reason why they got sued for slander because they saying your machines cheated. Your machines cheated, and the machines didn't cheat. So Fox sell out court for like $67 million, something like that. So that's slander. That's when you can sue. You know what I'm saying? But
so Martell was also saying too, when they go back to the reunion.
Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't Fox. It was Newsmax. I'm sorry.
So when they was talking about Martell at the reunion, when Carlos asked him a question, he felt that Maurice didn't defend him, and stuff like that. Maurice said, "Listen, I'm an attorney. And the stuff that you were saying, when I turned my hair, I basically was telling you, bro, shut up." He said, when your attorney advised you of that, he said, yeah, they have. They told me to shut my mouth, quit talking so much. He said, that's all I was doing. I wasn't looking at the fact whatever.
See, this is when you want to be on TV so bad. Me personally, if I was dealing with something illegal like that, I would told Carlos King, no, I can't be in the ring because I don't want to hurt my case. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you can't answer those questions.
Oh, sometimes, you don't. Sometimes none answer is an answer. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't want to be in that environment.
So Maurice was saying, okay, y'all. Now this part. So Maurice was explaining about his DUI. He said, you want to know what happened, Bobby? Yeah, we want to know. The people want to know. So he said what happened is that him and Kimmi, they went somewhere. They left together. They was following each other home. He stopped deceased Sadiq and somebody else.
No.
What's that the story of, child?
You said him and Kimmi went somewhere. And when they left, he rode with Kimmi, but he left his car at the office. So Kimmi dropped him off at the office to pick up his car. Okay. So when Kimmi left, he followed Kimmi. And he saw somebody he knew. Kimmi went home.
Sadiq them. See,
Yeah.
I skipped
But
the unnecessary part.
No, that was a very important part.
Go ahead, then.
Because he probably was drinking. That's why he ride with Kimmi and he had a car at the doggone office. So she dropped him off, thinking he was gonna go straight home. But no, he stopped talking to his boys.
Go ahead, attorney.
And so when he stopped talking to his boys, yeah, what up, man? They talked for a little bit. And he left them, and he said he was like 30 minutes away from the house.
No, he said 30 minutes away from
the turn. Yeah, from the turn. That don't make no sense to me. He said you 30 minutes away from the house. But anywho, so he said he was driving. Yeah, he was driving like that.
Who drives like that?
He was driving and hit an animal. And once he hit the animal, he hit a tree and hit a pole. I said, I'm sitting here trying to analyze this.
And Martell was
not laughing and stuff like that.
Every time he said, then I hit this, then I hit Martell was just funny.
I ain't gonna lie. It was funny to me. It was funny to
Maurice was stern faced.
Yeah, it was funny. But I'm saying, what kind of animal you hit to make you hit a tree in a pole? Unless I know you're trying to swerve and miss the animal, okay? And I understand that. But like I said, he either had to be going pretty fast to swerve to hit miss the animal, to hit the pole in the tree. But he said he hit the animal too.
He said the animal ran out. Because Martell said the animal died. He said no, he ran out. Martell laughed again.
So the animal ran out. It must be a deer. Had to be a deer. Because if you hit a small animal, most likely, or a car, they're gonna die. But deer, sometimes they will get up and run off. Yeah. And so that's the only thing I can think of, man. But he said the case got dismissed, so they took the case out.
But he did have some injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah, the concussion.
And Martell was laughing. He was tickled pink.
Now you don't have to be going fast to have a concussion if you hit a tree or pole head on you. Hopefully he had a seatbelt on though. If he had no seatbelt on, well, you still can get a concussion with the seatbelt. The question is, did the airbags deploy? And that could tell you how fast he was going if the airbags pop. Mm-hmm. So if you're going slow, I think under 15, 20 miles out, something like that, the airbags really don't pop out. But yeah.
So he did say that the case was dismissed, and so Martell just laughed.
And Maurice said, "Is your case dismissed? Huh? Is your case dismissed?" Martell said, "No." He said, "Is your case funny?" And Martell said, "It'd be funny once it's dismissed." So basically, you're saying you can't be laughing right now, bro. You still going through some legal stuff.
Because Martell was, he got up out his seat. He was tickled. He was tickled. And Maurice was trying to just keep a straight face and stuff like that.
And Maurice was right. It was payback.
Yeah, because first of all, it's being filmed on television. Of course, Maurice can't be laughing at stuff like that. And then, too, he said it was dismissed. Like I said in previous videos, before Eddie even came on here, I said, yeah, it was dismissed, I'm sure, because you're an attorney. Huntsville, I'm quite sure you know people. Know people that know people that know people. Y'all probably run in the same circles. It's probably easy to get something like that dismissed, whether it's a DUI or not. I think, too, that I don't know, like, how you can... Okay, as far as the DUI, if that happened to me and all the accident thing, and hit and pole, hit an animal, all that stuff, whatever, I don't think they would say it was DUI unless I was drinking above the limits, right? So that means that you still had alcohol in your system that was above the limits for them to even say DUI, driving while under the influence, right? Mm-hmm. So the fact too is that still was in there. So you still was driving under the influence. Yeah. So it was dismissed. Okay, whoopty, great. Because you don't want none on your record. That's awesome. But you still was driving under the influence, right?
Yeah. The only thing I can think of, every time I picture Maurice hitting the animal, the pole, and the tree, I think about a pinball machine sound effect. Bing, bing. Oh, yeah,
it do sound like. And I'm telling you, them accidents, man, they can happen. The whole car be turned the other way. You don't know how that happened. It just,
if you're a good investigator, you know how it happens. Trust me. You can go out there and look at the tire tread and the skid marks. Then you can say, okay, I don't see no skid marks, so he didn't hit no brakes or nothing. So he just kept on plowing through. So you really can tell if you're a good investigator.
So so that's my take on it. You know what I'm saying? I get that Maurice was saying it was dismissed, but let's be for real. It probably wouldn't be dismissed for the average citizen that don't have connections like he do. So let's move on. So Martell was also saying too about the fact that, let's go back to the video and how he brought this girl on that Martell was saying was telling the truth. And Maurice said, how is this girl telling the truth? He was like, bro, we always there. Marsau flew this girl in from wherever she was, I guess to Vegas. We was all in, I guess, a big suite, big room together. Y'all two was having sex with the girl. She wanted to have sex with me, but I said no.
Good man, Martell. Good man. He's a
said,
good man.
He was like, He frowned up like,
you know what? You might be making a joke about that, but I can kind of still answer, especially after you've been with two guys back to back.
Oh yeah, I wasn't making a joke about that. I can see that.
Good, you nasty. No.
So he was saying, so he said, no, he didn't want to. So Maurice was like, first of all, that's a lie. And then, Maurice said, so you saying that you was in the room where we was while we was having sex, you weren't partaking in it. So evidently you was watching. So if you was watching, can you tell me some particulars about my penis? And Martell was like, listen, bro, no, because I wasn't looking like that. Like, I don't know what kind of shape it is. If you got a mole on the left or the right, the front or the back. I don't know if you got a ring in the tip.
It's a man rule not to look at another man's private part. I don't care if you having sex with.
First of all, it ain't a man rule because gay men, they got.
I mean, it's okay. It's only rephrase it. It's a heterosexual man rule, okay? Because even when I go to urinals, the bathroom, in public places, you look straight ahead. You look straight ahead, because once you do that one look down, oh man, you kicked out the man rule, and you kicked out the man club. You kicked out the heterosexual man club. That one look down, no, dog, no. So you look straight ahead and look down at your private part, and that's it. You got to have blinders on, man. So yeah, man. So yeah, I can kind of see Martell not noticing, his private parts, because man ain't gonna look. I hope he doesn't look.
So Martell was like, Maurice was like, yeah.
Do y'all look at other women's breasts?
I don't know why I be in somewhere where I'm looking at other women's breasts.
No, I'm just saying, when y'all go. Or I'm only saying it gotta be new. Like, yeah, go to the beach, you see her bikini, and she's like, boom, boom.
I think that women, we are more observant of other women's body, because a lot of women do a comparisons, but men and women are different in that aspect. We do check out other women's body, but not for sexual reasons. We look at it for comparison. Oh man, her boobs are nice, or oh, she got a nice figure. I need to get my figure like that.
Oh dog, ooh, hey, you big. No, we ain't gonna do that, man.
I think that y'all do. You just don't say.
Man,
I think that y'all like, oh man, he kind of buffed up, man.
Oh, you talking about body wise?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about the private part.
Oh no. I mean, because I don't know what y'all do, ain't a man, but anyway. But I know women, we do that. So anyway, Maurice was just saying, man, you lying. My brother ain't do that. I ain't do that. You put me in the mix. This girl done said something, and you know what I'm saying. Now I know you lying. So I don't know when this was. Like I said, I ain't watched the interview. I don't know when that Martell is saying that this girl that slept with Marsau, when this was. I don't know. But anyway, Martell said, listen, if you say that I'm lying, sue me. Sue me. If you're saying I'm like, you're an attorney, sue me. Period. That's it. So anyway, it went off like that. So now Marsau and Kimmi and Maurice are meeting up. And basically Maurice just basically telling Marsau everything that happened and stuff like that. And how, I told him, hey, you seen me, tell me about my penis, because it's very unique and, or whatever it got to it. And Kim was like, yeah, I guess she was like, yeah, it is, honey. Whatever it is, honey. Now y'all gonna have them ladies trying to figure out what it is.
Man, probably all like, man. I'll tell you, man, it's nothing to brag about, bro. It's nothing to brag about, man. Ain't nothing to brag about.
What you mean nothing to brag
I
about?
was just saying, ooh, my penis unique. It might be all crunched up. You know, they say Donald Trump got like a mushroom for a penis. So, so
I
come on,
don't
yeah.
think that he would be saying it's unique if it wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't think he mean lengthwise. I think he meant there's probably something that
Who cares,
if
man?
it's a different color
Who
or
cares?
if it got a mold.
They probably got a birthmark on
got
there.
a birthmark. That's what I was going to say. Got something that stands out. You know what I'm saying? So
that don't stand.
a birthmark. If somebody looking at it, yeah.
Well, it gotta be a woman looking at it. Oh man, where you get that birthmark from, man? Let me see. Damn, man ain't gonna do that.
Who's gonna be saying that?
They just see. Hey, it's shaped like a thug. No, man, ain't no man gonna be doing that.
I know ain't no man gonna be doing that. But I'm just saying.
So I don't understand why Maurice asked that question. Ain't no man gonna be looking at him.
I'm talking about when he was telling his brother.
I know that.
So his brother probably done seen it before. You know, they grew up together.
Yeah, but still.
Anyway, Kimmi just saying that, you know, one thing about Martell is good until he not. That's basically it. And Maurice was like, you know, I think that Martell just want to fight. And he said, and I'm not just gonna give him what he wants. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Who do y'all believe? Do y'all believe that Martell is truthful about this girl, that, you know what I'm saying, Marsau done flew the girl in and yada yada yada, and that's the video that Nell is concerned about. Is it true? So I think that Marsau and Tisha addressed it on the live that they did. I guess, you know, all of that squashed that is not true. So who do y'all believe? Now I know that Martell has been on the live now. He say he ain't lying. Oh, he don't lie. Yeah, he do. Because when he exaggerate, he been saying, "Ooh, they got 20 women's." He exaggerate. It may be a little truth there, but then there's a extreme exaggeration. So yeah, I do think that he does lie, but you know, hey, I don't know, child. I don't know. But anyway, on that note, that's all I got. You got anything else? We will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget that I do hustling Houston hustle Houston hustle, heart and hustle Houston. I do that by myself. So I'm gonna do that video up next, and we probably don't have a lot of episodes in this one season, this new season, but I just gonna push them out, y'all. Even though they ain't getting a lot of views, I'm still gonna finish it. I will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
Let's put God first.
You said.